All right. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, Facebook? We're live. Uh, all right. We had the same problem we had last evening on Facebook. I'm gonna end it. I have to pretty much start all over again. Today we're talking about the 7 rules. Okay, I'm actually gonna do the 7 rules that you need to obey. Let's see here. Boom. All right. So we have the 7 rules that we're going to. Let's see here. Let's send this out to myself here. Okay, so these 7 rules are created that we're gonna use to make sure you protect yourself, but still be able to capitalize on bitcoins and cryptocurrency and the new found love here, right? So we have that new thing, and I'm gonna share with you. So there are 7 different rules. I call them. You know what? Let's see here. There you go. All right. So, and I'm gonna go back to Facebook and go live. All right, because again, I've had this. Let's go here, and we go like this, and then okay, we still have that problem. And I'm gonna close it. We're gonna go back there. So eventually, I figured out this is the second episode. By the way, again today we're talking about the 7 rules to participate. To 130% growth. Okay, so just as of today, I'm going to show you in a second here. My portfolio is up 130%, and my last purchase actually hasn't hit because when you purchase coins on Coinbase, it takes about 9 days before they deliver. So it's let's see here. Let's try to see if we can go live again on Facebook. Okay, it's frozen again. Let's see. I don't know why it's doing that. Finish. All right. So, all right. So yeah, we have about. Just bear with me. I'm gonna just make sure we go live on Facebook. I don't see anybody live with me here right now, which is okay. But just bear with me. Trust me, you want to pay attention to this, okay? Because again, a lot of people are gonna get in trouble. It's happened before. It's happened with dot-com boom. It happened with real estate boom, and you can expect that it's gonna happen again. All right. Let's see here. Okay. It looks like we're live. All right, perfect. We're live. All right. Yeah. So I just want to make sure that we're live on Facebook at the same time. You know, if you're watching me on Facebook, you want to simply go to Google and search for my name, Ola Talks Abitogun, and then you can get on with me and learn live. Essentially, what I'm going to do here on a daily basis is tell you what my thoughts are. I'll share some value with you as well. But more importantly, I want to share with you what my thoughts are about the market on that particular day. Obviously, today, if you've been paying attention, Ethereum just went wild. Okay, Ethereum is another form of cryptocurrency. What's going on, Kwawi? Um, so, so Ethereum, which is a cryptocurrency, just like Bitcoin, just went wild today. Um, a few days ago, I predicted that it was going for 570. But if you purchased it yesterday, you would have already, your portfolio would have increased today already. Okay. Litecoin went from like two something yesterday. We're going to go over all that, by the way. Litecoin went from like two something yesterday, 200 and something, is now trading at 247. So what I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to see my face as I'm talking, you can hang out with me right here on Facebook. If you want to see my screen, you can simply go to, so I'm about to switch my screen right now so you can see my screen. You can simply go to my screen at YouTube, simply YouTube search my name, which is Ola Talks Abitogun. What we're doing here is we're talking about Bitcoins. We're talking about cryptocurrency. Bitcoins is now one coin, $17,000, almost $18,000 right now. And what is it that you missed out on? Did you miss out? Is it early? Is it too late for you to get into cryptocurrency? I'm going to talk about all of that here today. And my goal is to keep things very simple for you, so that you too, you can get out here and capitalize on what's going on. So based on what I'm looking at right now, as a matter of fact, I'm going to refresh just to make sure that I have correct data. Based on what I'm looking at right here, Bitcoin is trading at $17,779. Ethereum is trading at $678. It actually hit $700 earlier here today, okay? And it came all the way from 370, okay? And Litecoin is trading at $350 just a few days ago. Hello, Carmen. Hello, Essie. Hi, guys. If you want to see my screen, feel free to go to YouTube, search for my name, Ola Talks. So you can actually have one screen open. You mute one, and then you can look at my screen on the other one if you want to do that. You can hang out with me here every evening, and I will just pretty much analyze what's going on in the market, based on my knowledge, based on what I know that's going on in the business, and my little bit of knowledge about business, So, but I'm going through this journey, so you can look at this as the ultimate journal of a crypto investor. Okay, it's very mild. That means you can relate to it. I'm not somebody dumping tens of thousands of dollars in it and then telling you to go do the same. I'm actually doing it in a very simple way that you or anybody who lives in a developed country can afford to capitalize on this wave. And I also want to do that while simultaneously protecting you from the volatility. There's a crazy amount of volatility that's going on in the market, and your money can evaporate if you don't know what you're doing. And that's why we're here. And I'm going to show you how I am protecting myself from that kind of scenario. So if you're looking at my screen right now, simply just go to YouTube and search Ola Talks Abitogun Bitcoins. If you search that, you will see my screen on YouTube. Subscribe to it because I want you to be notified every time I am doing this every evening. But right now, the wave is hot, fresh, and you want to pay attention to what's going on right now. You've heard about Bitcoins, you've heard about cryptocurrency, you've heard it all, right? And and something is telling you, you've heard your family saying, hey, I'm buying coins. And the crazy thing is that we're hearing people going out to pull out their mortgage to buy Bitcoins. Don't do that. Please do not do that. As a matter of fact, a lot of the guys that made a lot of money over the past few years, some of them got in 2010, some of them got in 2011, and now they're Bitcoin millionaires, right? A lot of those guys are actually advising against buying Bitcoins right now, because many of them are of the opinion that in the place where it is right now is overbought. If you don't know what overbought means, it means there's a bubble. Okay, it means a lot more people than people that actually understand it are buying it, right? So let me see if I can uh share our live session here, just to make sure that everybody else also can take advantage of what I'm covering here. Okay, let me just share that real quick, because we're gonna have some fun. Make sure you stick around with me here, because we're gonna have some fun. Let's see here. So today, in addition to that, I'm going to be sharing the 7 rules, my 7 rules I want to share with you that I'm using in this marketplace to protect myself and to still be able to capitalize on what this is about to do into the future. Okay. So this is 7 rules. Okay. And I think in addition to that 7 rule, I'm actually going to give you one more rule. Okay, that kind of like oversee the rest of the other rules. But this is how you can, if you're scared, you're like, I don't understand this stuff. uh you know I, First of all, I'm going to help you understand as much as you can, but understand that you don't need to understand 100% of things that you can capitalize on, things that you can leverage, that you can understand, right? You're using a computer or phone to listen to me right now. That does not mean that you understand fully how the phone works, right? So I know it's a stupid example, but it's true. You don't understand how the phone works, so you should not expect to understand how the whole thing works completely. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just sharing it to my social network because in a minute, the first thing I want to do is I want to analyze the market. Then we're going to together check out the news and see what the news is saying, and see how it relates to us and what we're trying to do here. Then I'll give you the 7 rules. Okay. Now, if you want me to give you the 7 rules first, why don't you suggest that? Let me know. But that's how I planned it. See, if I get enough people saying change it around, let's get the 7 rules first, then I'll do that. Okay. But this video right here is it's a video that you can pretty much expect that we are going to use a lot. Okay, let me see here. Share on my timeline. There you go. All right. So you can expect that this video, this 7 rules to 130% growth with Bitcoin, is going to be a lot more. Okay. And why am I saying 130%? It's actually my real portfolio right now is less than $1,000 still, but it's done 130%. Okay. So he said, give him up, bro. You want the 7 rules right now, or you want me to cover the 7 rules towards the end? All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna post this on my wall. Okay, so everybody can see, everybody can and join in and watch. And if you're watching me, if you want to see my screen again, just go to YouTube. You can see my screen on my YouTube channel. Just simply search my name, Ola Talks Abitogun, and you'll see my channel there, and then you can watch my screen. You can mute it while you listen to me here, or vice versa, the other way around. Okay. All right, so let me go here. Okay, so you want the rules is what I'm hearing. Let me see. You want the rules. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for the rules first, right? And then from there we'll take it. It says towards the end we'll be fine. Uh, Let me go for the rules, because when I start talking, right, once I start getting into the news and things like that, the news, you'll be able to relate back to some of the stuff in the news. When I'm analyzing the charts, you'll be able to see all those things. Okay, so the first rule is don't dump dollar average. Okay, so if you don't know what dollar average is, you can literally Google dollar average and you can learn more about it, but I can explain that step by step what that means. Okay, when I say don't dump, I mean don't go pull out money from your mortgages, don't go pull out your life savings and then dumping in there, right? The truth is that I have a few friends that are playing the game of, I'm gonna pull a whole lot of money and put it in. As soon as I make some profit, I'm gonna leave the profit in there and take my money out. Sure, you can do that. Okay, I think if you do something like that, you can probably still get away with it. But here's the problem with that: your emotions get involved, and that's not what you want to do when you're investing or you're trading. You're not going to be trading here, as a matter of fact. Okay, as a matter of fact, it's going to be one of our rules here. But the first rule is don't dump money in there. Dollar average all day long. And what that means, the first definition that I see here when I say dollar average on Google says dollar dollar cost averaging. DCA is an investment technique of buying a fixed dollar amount of a particular investment on a regular schedule, okay, regardless of the share price. Okay, so people come to me and say, okay, Ethereum just hit $600 today from, like, I don't know, $300-400 yesterday. Is it a good time to buy? See, if you're using dollar averaging, hey Alma, if you're using dollar averaging, you can always buy. It's always the right time to buy, because number one, you're not dumping a whole chunk of money or a massive lump sum of money in there. You're not doing that. And I completely disagree that you should ever do that. Okay. So your dollar averaging, that means you have a fixed dollar amount in a regular schedule, regardless of the share price. The investor purchases more shares when prices are low. So let's say the price goes up next week, you still buy anyway, okay? Because you don't know if it's going to go higher than what it is next week, right? But if it goes lower, you're not panicking, because it just means you get to buy a lot more cheaper. You're playing the game of not trying to become rich overnight, okay? You're trying to build wealth, okay? Two different things. Getting rich overnight is different from building wealth, okay? So when prices are low, or when few, you buy more shares when prices are low and few shares when prices are high. Okay, that's just what it means. You buy cheaper when it's low, you buy at whatever the market value is because you're still buying because it's regular schedule. Okay, you're still buying anyway. So you can read up more on dollar averaging when you get to that. Let's see here. All right, so the next rule, so don't dump dollar average all day long. So the way I dollar average step by step is very simple. You go into Coinbase, okay? You can go to freebitcoins.live, freebitcoins.live, okay? You go through that link. As a matter of fact, go through olatalks.com/bitcoins, okay? olatalks.com/bitcoins. You can see all the resources plus the past videos on this page, okay? Let me show you something really quickly. Um, let's see. All right. So don't dump dollar average. The way I do it is I use Coinbase. I was gonna go there and show you, but I don't want to be switching screens back and forth. Oh yeah, I can go there actually. Yeah, there you go. All right. So there, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. All right. Let's see here. Okay, perfect. We're here now. So this is my account in Coinbase. You'll be able to open an account like this and get a free $10 Bitcoin once you buy your first 100, right? So you go here, you see where it says buy and sell. If you're not seeing my screen, it's because you didn't go to my YouTube page. Go to my YouTube page and you can see my screen and you can mute it while you're watching the screen. Okay, you can Google my name, Ola Talks Abitogun, to find my YouTube page and subscribe while you're at it, right? So here it allows you to put this on repeat this buy, so you can repeat this buy by weekly. So again, the definition of dollar averaging is regardless of what the price is, right? You're buying, you're always buying, you're just always buying. Or if you're buying every Monday, you buy every Monday. If you buy every 2 weeks, every monthly, if that's how you want to do it. The way I do it with the examples I'm going to be showing you is $100 per week. And $100 per week, this is what it has become so far. $100 per week in 3 weeks. That means I've only invested $100. Actually, is more like $99. It's $33. I distributed all $100, which is $99, between all the three pieces of coin here, right? Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, evenly. Okay, that's how I did it. I put $33 in Litecoin, I put $33 in Bitcoin, and I put $33 in Ethereum every Monday. It automatically, just the way I just showed you, it automatically charge my bank account and I have it done that way. I don't care what the price is. And I'll show you why I don't care in a second here. Okay, I'll show you in a second. But that 297, 99 times 3 is about $297. That 297 in 3 weeks has become what you're looking at right here, which is $664 right now. Okay, so that's what I mean by 130%. Yesterday was lower, as 400. And by the way, this week's has not hit yet. Okay, so by the time the coins that I purchased this week hit, it will be a lot more. Okay, so not only is the Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoins growing based on the analysis I'm going to show you here in a second, but I'm also adding to my base, okay, to my personal investment into it over time, not putting my life savings in there, because again, this is a very dangerous vehicle. When you treat it that way, you don't want to treat it like day trading. You don't want to throw money at this. You want to just ease into it, okay? Afford to lose, that you know that you will not lose sleep over if you lost it that week. Any type of money that you know you blow in the clubs, you blow it on wine or popping champagnes every week. This is the kind of money you can put here right now. Okay. All right. So that's that. So that's dollar averaging right there. So let's go to the second rule of the game if you want to do this safely and still capitalize on it. Okay. If you want to do this safely and still capitalize, the second rule is use the 1 year chart always. Use the 1 year chart always. Okay, let me show you what I mean. So here's what people do, right? They go here. Again, I'm looking at my screen. If you can't see my screen, go to YouTube. Okay, search my name, Ola Talks Abitogun Bitcoins. You should see this live video right now, or you can just watch this video, 7 rules Bitcoins, Ola Talks Abitogun, if you're watching me later. Okay. All right, so here, again, the second rule, let me make sure I have the second rule. Use the 1 year chart. So when you're looking at this chart right here, I was looking at the 1 day, the chart you're looking at There's so much uphills, valleys going. It's going up ultimately, but it's just too rough. Okay. Now, even a real, a 1 year chart can look that rough sometime. But bottom line is that I'm not using the 1 day. You see right here, I can do 1 hour. I can see what this thing has been doing in 1 hour. It's been flat for most of it, right? For the last 1 hour, you can see the movement in Bitcoin, right? And if I go to 1 day, you can see there's a lot of movement in that 1 day. Ultimately, it went higher in the last few hours, right? To 17,824. I think it's gonna eight. It's gonna be over $18,000 tomorrow, from what I'm looking at right now. It's just strong right now. Strong volume coming in, right? And a lot of it, again, I guarantee you, is bubble. So when you one of the beauty of buying Bitcoin is that you can buy at fractions. So you don't have to have a whole $17,000 to buy a Bitcoin. You can literally go here and say Bitcoin right here, and you can say I only want $10 worth of Bitcoin. When you do that, it will 0.005 Bitcoin. Okay, so that's the beauty about this. And because of that, it doesn't, the price only matters to me on one thing. Okay, an average person is looking at $17,000 and saying, wow, let me get in, and that's increasing the value of it, right? That's increasing bubble ultimately, but it's increasing the popularity as well of Bitcoin. And eventually this thing is not going anywhere. It's going to become pop culture. Everybody's going to be using it to purchase. There's a lot of websites already accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. Okay, so let's not get that twisted. Ethereum is literally $700. Okay, I'm going to talk about that more in a little bit. You can see in the past few, literally in the past, I don't know, 48 hours, it just skyrocket from nowhere. Okay, it was here when I was telling people a few days ago. I said, listen, this thing just broke. It just, no, not here, sorry. Again, the second rule is to always use the 1 year chart. See, I was making that mistake already. That's why I was confused. But let's go to 1 year chart. You click 1 year chart. Okay, that's it right there. Just always use this. If you want to make a decision, right, use this to know if this is looking good so far. Okay, you don't use them 1 month. Just 1 month is still okay, but not 1 day, because the movement can be, you see this, you see all these deeps within the last 1 hour. You don't want to be looking at stuff like this and you have money in there and then you're panicking. You don't want to be doing any of that kind of craziness. Just use the 1 year chart all the time. Okay, so from the 1 year chart just a few days ago, just like literally, this is on the 7th, that's yesterday, was at 441. And I noticed that this thing has this, there's a name that they call it in the stock market, right? But it's tested this highs, we call it the resistance. It's tested it 3 times, 476. And I said once it breaks 476, it's going to 570. Well, it did not stop at 570. It's now at $700. And I said that 2-3 days ago. So again, we're going to be talking more about that. So use the 1 year chart always. So this is the 1 year chart for Bitcoins. As you can see in this 1 year chart, the only sense this is making to me is that there's a bubble. There's a lot of people buying that don't understand what they're buying. Okay, but there's a dip here and it was flat for a few days, which means it's still very strong. Okay, it wasn't just going straight up. It went up a little bit to like $15,000, then dipped to like 90 to like $14,000, and then it's taking off now to almost $18,000. It's still very strong. The news and the media is still very strong. Okay, the actual value of Bitcoin is not $17,000 now in this moment. Okay, it may end up being $100,000 or more, but in this moment in time, it's not even, honestly, I don't think it's $5,000. Okay, but what, you can still take advantage of it and ride the move, and it's going to get more popular. That means eventually it's going to go up to $100,000. That's why you dollar average, because if it tanks next week to $5,000, it just means you get to buy cheaper. Okay, that's all it means, because you know it's still going to go up to $100,000. How do I know? Well, look at the .com internet boom, right? It happened, it busted, right? But internet is still here. Amazon is still here. Facebook is still here. Internet is not going anywhere. It's the same thing with cryptocurrency. The one thing I'll tell you with Bitcoin as compared to the other 1,500 cryptocurrency is that Bitcoins is probably overrated right now. So that's why I spread my money in between the 3 most popular one. Okay, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. That's why I do that, because Bitcoin, frankly, is overrated right now, because some of the technology, which is the real value behind these things, right? Some of the technology behind some of these other ones are actually better than Bitcoin itself, than the Bitcoin blockchain. If you don't know what blockchain is, watch my previous video, which is my introductory video. Okay. All right, so let's go to the third rule. The third rule says high market cap with high volume coins only. Essentially, what I just said. So I was jumping ahead of myself. Okay, these three coins right here, the most popular one right now, because the most popular exchange is Coinbase, and this is what everybody is trading. There's a lot of volume behind it. As a matter of fact, Coinbase as an exchange is getting hit with a lot of volume. Servers, it looks like servers are crashing as far as what I can see. Sometimes they block people from selling too soon, too quick. And that's the beauty about it. For you, I'm talking to you, an average investor. I'm not talking about people that want to day trade, people that want to take high risk, people that want to make $1 million tomorrow. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you that want a chance of becoming a Bitcoin millionaire in the next 5 years. That's who I am talking to. Okay, you can ride this absolutely with minimal effort, and you can become a Bitcoin millionaire in the next 5 years. That's who I am talking to. You got to have a long-term mindset. We're going to talk about that as a rule in a second here. So there's this website that we also go to called the Coin Market Cap, coinmarketcap.com, and you can see here that there are 1500, almost 1500 Bitcoins, sorry, cryptocurrencies. And the most popular right here, again, is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, which is a spin-off from Bitcoin, right? And that one is trading at what right now? 1600. Okay, so that's trading at 1600 right now. And Litecoin. So I think on January 1st, Bitcoin, Coinbase, the exchange, this one, they're gonna start supporting Bitcoin Cash. Okay, then Ripple, IOTA. I would just stick with the most popular ones. Okay, IOTA just signed a deal with Microsoft and Tesla, I heard. So a lot of this stuff, they're not going anywhere. You also have Bitcoin Gold here, right? So again, as a third rule, stick with the high market cap and high volume coins. Why? Because there's going to be somebody that's going to tell you, go to the lowest one, go buy the penny ones, like you buy penny stocks, right? I don't do that. I don't advise people to do that. I don't have a strategy to win in those things. It's completely gambling. A lot of these companies or the platforms behind these things are going to go under because they're not going to have enough volume behind them. And that means your money can go under. And when you're buying something for a penny coin, right? Like if you go under here, you'll see some of them. This PayPal is trading at $1.06 per coin right now, and it's actually gone up by 36%. Can you make money? Yes, you can. But again, it's pure gambling. And the whole goal of this 7 rules is to try to help you avoid gambling, okay, as much as possible. At the end of the day, we're all taking risk, but I want to help you avoid gambling with this stuff as much as possible. Okay. So I will stay away from the penny ones or the little ones, the 60-cent ones. I will stay away from there. I will stick with the high market cap, high volume ones. And it's that simple. Okay. All right. So let's go here. Let's see. Let's see. The fourth rule here is percentage growth is the only one that matters. It's the only number that matters, honestly. Okay. Percentage growth. Okay, so sometimes this is something I said earlier. Okay, again, if you want to see my screen, go to YouTube and search my name. Ola Talks Abitogun Bitcoins. You should see this video. It's called the 7 rules. Okay, and you'll be able to watch my screen, right? So again, this particular rule right here is percentage growth is all that matters. The number I'm looking at here on this chart is this. Okay, yes, it's increased by 17,000 in the last 1 year. But the real number that matters to me is this percentage growth. Because again, when you're building wealth, you don't look at linear curves, you don't look at linear incremental changes. You look at compounding effect of your numbers, okay? Because if you do that, I mean, think about it. If you're working per hour, that's linear increment in the money that's coming in. You want to build wealth, you will never build wealth with that. It's just a fact. It's just what it is. The numbers just don't add up, right? But if you want to build wealth, you want to look at percentages. You want 30%, 50%. You want to say, hey, this one is doing 50%. That means 50% multiplied by your base, your existing base, by what it was that you put in there. So that's why I increased every week my base, but also as the investment vehicle is growing itself, is growing exponentially. So we're looking at exponential growth, we're looking at compounding effect, we're looking at percentages only. Okay, and when this number, if I go to per day, sometimes I could see here clearly that this went up by 5.72 in the last day. Okay, and that's fantastic. And there are days that it's gone up a whole lot more. Okay, and there are days that it's gonna deep 10%, and you're gonna be like, that 10% is gonna be a whole $1,700 from this, and you're gonna panic. Okay, because you're looking at $1,700. What you should be looking at is 10%. Okay, so what percentage should it dip before you panic? Honestly, again, I'm looking at fundamental, from a fundamental standpoint of the knowledge of where this is going. I don't, if it dips to $1 per coin, I'm just going to buy more. That's all, because it's still going to come back. Okay. That's all that's going to happen. I'm going to buy more. And the popularity with Bitcoin, it's like Google. It's not going anywhere. Okay. It's the Google of cryptocurrency. It's not going anywhere right now. Okay. Just not right now. Okay. So again, that's the game that you need to play here to keep it safe. The fifth rule. Okay. Don't day trade. It's a 5 to 10 years play. Okay, for every dime you put into this, don't try to take it out because it made a fantastic move. Here's it, right? Litecoin in a 1 year chart, as always, right? Just 2 days ago, on the 6th, today's what? Okay, maybe not 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Oh, wait. Today's the 12th already. Okay, so I'm a little behind on the way I'm counting dates, right? So just on the 7th, which is 5 days ago, it was at $104. $100. Okay, right now it's trading at, multiply that by 3. Okay, that means it just went up by, in the last 1 week, it just went up by 240% in the last 1 week. Okay, isn't that a fantastic return? Yes. So some people are saying pull out your money right now. The people that are not patient, that don't understand this, or frankly people that may honestly know what they're doing, but an average person does not know what they're doing. That's why I'm trying to help you here. Let them pull their money out. Okay, let them pull their money out. If you want to buy, go to olatalks.com/bitcoin. My name, Ola Talks, TUX.com/bitcoin, and you will see a blue banner on the right hand side. You want to click on that. Okay, all right, so here you go. So yeah, 240%. So the rule here is simply, don't day trade. Don't say, hey, I'm going to go to the 1 day chart. I'm going to watch it when it dips right here. I'm going to buy and I'm going to get out here. If you do things like that, you're going to lose a lot of money into fees, because for every transaction you do, there's a fee attached to it. Okay, and you may say the fee is not a lot, it's only $2, only $1. Trust me, it adds up. Okay, it adds up. And again, $2 out of $30 is a fair amount of percentage. Okay, and you want to be careful. The link, okay, please help me type this in, guys. Let me see if I can type it in real quick myself. It's olatalks.com slash, put that here in the comment area for you, /bitcoins. Okay, there you go, and we're gonna click send. Oh, that's the link right there. olatalks.com/bitcoin. OLATUX.com/bitcoins. Okay. All right. So you want to go into the deep and buy and then get out when it's at. Don't do things like that. You're running with emotions when you do that. Okay. And no, I'm not running emotion. It's just a strategy. You're gonna hear that a lot. Okay. And when I hear that, I'm saying, okay, maybe you're right. And you know what? They could be right. But for me and the people I am advising, you don't have to do that. You're trying to build wealth. You're not trying to make $1 in a day. You know how to make $1 with your regular day job. Whatever you do, go do that. But you can work this vehicle and build wealth. It's a 5 to 10 years play. Don't day trade this thing. It's a 5 to 10 years play. Every single dime you put in there, you can watch the market for fun, and you can come here and hang out with me as I talk about it every single day, but don't day trade. Okay, let's just look at it for fun. Let's look at this. Are people's emotions. See all these movements you're looking at on my screen. If you're not seeing my screen, it's on YouTube, right? See all this movement you're looking at. It's essentially people's emotions. Okay, just watch it and just laugh and laugh and laugh all the way to the bank and watch your money grow. Okay, because you're gonna next week, it doesn't matter what the price is, you're gonna put something else in again. Okay, very simple. And like I said earlier, all you have to do is buy, sell. That's the method I use, and I click repeat this buy every week, and I do $100, and that $100 in 3 weeks has grown to $680. Okay, $300, $680. That's where the 130% comes from. Okay, how do I calculate that? Well, 680 minus 297, which was the investment. Okay, that's how you calculate ROI. Okay, the difference divided by the base amount you invested. So 680 minus my investment thus far has only been 297, and this was 297 that was spread over 3 weeks. That means it was not hurtful. It was just $99 every week for 3 weeks, and that difference is 383. You divide that 383, right? You divide that by the amount of your investment, okay, right? And then you multiply that by 100, okay? And that tells you how much your return on investment is. Okay. And for me, that's 128% growth. Okay. And that's not going to stop. Okay. And that's going to compound and compound over time. Okay. And if it gets cheaper next week, I just buy more. If it gets more expensive next week, I still buy. It doesn't matter because my goal is 5 to 10 years. Does that make sense? All right. So the sixth rule is use only dispensable money. And I think I talked about that a little bit earlier. Only money that you know you will blow, go clubbing tonight, go drink. Maybe you say you don't have something like that. Well, set something apart. I have a gentleman who told me I do 6% of my income every week. That's a nice rule right there, right? So whatever it is that you know you're willing to let go that week, that if it drops out of your pocket, it doesn't matter. You will let it go. Whatever that money is, that's really what you want to put into this. You don't want to go pull out your life savings. You don't want to go pull out mortgages. You don't want to be like, hey, I'm just going to go in and go out. Those things, you're human, okay? You have emotions, okay? We're all humans. You have emotions. Those things are going to tap into your emotions and you would do it all wrong, okay? And the volatility is still high. For all I know, this whole thing can disappear tomorrow. There's no guarantee you're going to make money here, by the way. I'm not guaranteeing nothing because I cannot guarantee that you're going to wake up tomorrow. It's just what it is, reality, right? So no one can guarantee you anything. But what I can tell you is I can give you the knowledge of what Bitcoin is, cryptocurrency. There's a blockchain technology behind it. It's like the internet is all happening on the internet. It's a new wave of how we're going to be exchanging goods. It's a new wave of a form of medium between exchanging goods back and forth. It's all digital currency. Somebody said, where's the cash? A gentleman asked me today, where's the cash? I was like, well, you got to start rethinking, renewing your mind. The cash has always been digital currency for a few years now. You use a credit card, right? You go on the internet, you buy stuff, right? That's all digital currency. The only difference here is that the government doesn't get to control this. The government doesn't get to print more money and then devalue your money in the bank, right? This is the people, the network controlling this by itself. There's a computer called the blockchain, and there's a copy of it all around the world, all over the internet, and they must agree with each other. In other words, it's hard to hack into one as long as everything, if you're going to hack into one, you have to hack into everything. However, there are mining computers and things like that, and yes, security is still a big, like internet security is a big part of it, but hey, we're all living and we're doing well, right? And we're using the internet today, right? So it's not a bad deal thus far, right? So again, the sixth rule: use only dispensable money. You all have $20 dispensable. A lot of you have $100 dispensable per week. I'm doing $100. Just do the $100 with me. $100 per week. Just do the $100 per week and follow the lead. That very simple. And let's watch the money how it plays every week. Watch your money grow in 3 weeks to 130% as well too. Okay, there's nowhere in any bank that you're gonna get that kind of growth. Okay, and if you're wondering like how do you know your money is protected, well, Coinbase, which is the platform that I'm recommending here, actually have they're insured, they're FDIC insured, okay, up to $250,000 in deposit, so you're protected in that sense, just like in the bank. Okay, so that's one thing that you should feel. That's one of the reasons why I'll tell you to stick with Coinbase for now. There are many other exchanges out there and stuff like that. Just stick with Coinbase. Keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. I'm not talking to you savvy investors that know what you're doing and you're going to make $1 million tomorrow. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those who want to capitalize on this and in the next 3, 4, 5 years be able to boast of, wow, this is making way too much sense. Right? And then over time you'll learn more, because as I continue to do these videos, I will continue to share new things that I'm learning as well too. The seventh rule, okay, I said again, I was ahead of myself a little bit. So in the seventh rule is avoid the penny coins, okay? And like I said, there's this website called the coinmarketcap.com, a ton of other cryptos, okay? I'm going to say view all, okay? And then it's going to load. All right, and let's see, there's about, I think yesterday I saw about 1400, somewhere between 1000 and 1500. Somebody said 845. Well, so that person is sleeping. It's a lot more. These are all different coins out there. All of them have blockchain technology application behind them that runs them, and a lot of them are better than bitcoins. That's what the news is saying. I don't have a way of analyzing that. Again, I don't care for that. It's just like I don't care for many other companies out there that I've bought their stocks in the past and things like that, right? I don't care to know how the phone works. I use it anyway, right? So that's 500. If you're looking at my screen, you can see 500 different coins. 800, definitely more than 845, right? 1000. Okay, let's see what, okay, the official number right now on marketcap.com is 1,345. Okay, and you can see this one is trading at nothing. It's a question mark. That means it's dead, right? And you see there's a bunch of them trading at nothing here. Zero say, okay, well, not nothing exactly. This one is trading at 0.00123, right? The total market cap 504 trillion 870 million. Wait. 504 billion. Yeah, that's half a trillion. Okay. What you're looking at is half a trillion. Yep. 3 million B. And that's $500 billion. Market cap is $500 billion. A lot of money moving in this. It's not going anywhere. Forget that thing. Okay. It's not going anywhere. All right. So that's 1,345 different coins. Avoid the penny stock. Again, it's kind of like a repetition of one of the rules where I said high market cap with high volume coins only. And you can look up volume here. You can see the volume here on Bitcoin is 14, what is this? 14, this is 690 million, $14 billion on Bitcoin alone. Okay. All right. And you can see, all right, and you can see the low volume ones I would avoid. Okay, so the highest volume one here is Bitcoin. The next higher volume one is Litecoin, Ethereum. Stick with the high cap one and avoid the other ones. Again, that's the game we're trying to play here. We're not trying to gamble. We want to use a simple skill set, and that takes me to the bonus rule here. Keep it simple. That's the bonus rule. Okay, buy just a little bit consistently, the same price. Don't change it next week. Don't reduce it next week. That's your emotions working at you. If determine right now, if you're going to change it, stick with whatever you change it to, right? Commit to whatever that is. Keep it simple for yourself so you can see what you're see. The reason why I'm able to tell you 130% is because I know exactly how much I put in there. Just simply $100 multiplied by 3, $297, and I know how much it has grown, and I'm able to calculate the math really quickly. Right there, $682 is 130%, and I can just watch it grow. By next week, as you can see, I have some Litecoin that I bought on December 11 that's arriving on Saturday 16. I have some, so this one hasn't hit yet. Okay, so if I click on, here's one of the beautiful thing about this, right? If I go, this Litecoin has grown to what today? 350, right? This is how much I bought this on. It locked me in at the price I bought it in, right? 182. I locked us in at 182. All right. So the thing is that this could have tanked too in the short term. This could have been trading at $82 right now as opposed to 350. I will still be fine. It just means I get to buy cheaper next week. That's all that means to me. Is that making sense? All right. So my Bitcoin, the next one that's coming in, this was locked in at 16,832. A friend of mine was like, "Oh man, that was expensive when I bought it," but you know, he's trading at 17,871. The reason why he said that was at the moment we were talking about it, it tanked to like $14,000. It didn't matter to me because you know what? I'm keeping it simple because I know this thing is going to a minimum. My minimum was $25,000 that's going to, but I've changed that since to $100,000. Okay, so as you can see, I've been analyzing so far. So let me do a quick random prediction, and then we're gonna go check out the news, and then we'll call it a day for today, and then I'll see you back here tomorrow because this is gonna be a lot of fun. Right now, I want you to go to olatalks.com/bitcoins. Click on the blue banner on the right hand side. That's gonna give you that's gonna allow you to get free $10 worth of bitcoins. Okay, and they're gonna send me some too. So I'm not just trying to be a holy around here. I'm not trying to be an angel. I am an angel. I'm a nice guy, but but obviously that's a nice way to compensate me as well too. But they send you a free $10 worth of bitcoins, and then they send me $10 worth of bitcoins once you buy your first $100 worth of bitcoins. Okay, so that's how that works. So again, it's olatalks.com/bitcoins. That's where you want to go. Now, so to look at the chart again, as always, if you want to see my screen right now, go to YouTube and search my name, Olatalks Abitogun Bitcoins. Or even just search my name, you see my channel, you see that I'm live, and you can see my screen. Let me make sure that I'm still live. How about that? Before I start talking to myself. Okay, yes, I'm still live. Cool. All right, I'm still live. All right, so on bitcoins, let me do a quick prediction on bitcoins. I don't do the prediction on one day. Okay, the only reason why I would look at one day or 1 week is just to see. I would look at 1 hour, 1 day to see volume, just to see how the things are moving, to just feel my pulse on, to feel my pulse on, or feel the pulse of the thing of the volume, right? The volume that's moving into the machines right now, and it's more of a heart than it's a science. It's a science, but it's also an art, because you need to know this stuff over time. But as you continue to watch what I'm doing here, you will learn as I do it, and then you too, you start feeling on it. I would use terms like resistance, support. Resistance is a point where the chart hits and it's not trying to move up, and it stays there for a while. It's flat for a while, but it's coming from below and it hit that. That's resistant, right? A support is when the stock is going down and then it stops somewhere and then it's staying there and staying flat for a while. That's a support. The stock is struggling, trying to go down. That means um, people are still believing in it, right? If it hits resistance, that means people still believe in it, but they're skeptical. They don't want to buy more, right? That's what that means. So I will use terms like that on the 1 year chart. Okay. So based on the Bitcoin right now, I'm looking at the Bitcoins, and there was a dip that happened on there's a dip, that means a valley in the chart, right? That happened on the 9th of December, and that dip brought it down to about $15,000. Okay, but since then, and just before that, it hit a resistance. That means a high point, okay, where it couldn't go higher anymore. It hit a high point at let's see here, hit a high point at about 15,008, and then it dipped down to, let's see, okay, so I'm gonna blow this up. I think I can blow it up. There you go. It's good. I can blow it up a little bit. There you go. Perfect. But I couldn't move this. Let's see. Okay, I couldn't move this, so I gotta go back to zoom 0. Okay, so eventually I will find another charting tool so I can show you this a little bit better. Okay, I can't really see, right? It's too close, so I can't really see. Let's see. Okay, so maybe let's go down to 1 month, and then I'll be able to tell you where that deep was. Okay. All right, cool. I was able to. So now I already know what I'm trying to look at in the 1 year. Okay. So I'm just gonna go here. I'm looking for this deep right here. So it hit a high of $17,303, but then it went down to $14,000. Okay. So the highest before now has been $17,300. Now, if this is my analysis, okay, right now it's trading at 17,840, which is a lot higher than the previous resistance. Okay, if it's a lot higher than the previous resistance, which is 17,346, some people will call that a breakout. Now here's why I would not call that a breakout. In the first place, there was a big breakout here. Okay, it's a big breakout from November 12th at $6,000 all the way to 16,000. It's a $10,000 increase, which is a bunch of bubbles, right? So because of that, I will not be calling this a breakout. But what I can tell you is that it's possible that it's still going to break out even further, okay? Based on this 1 month, because everybody's thinking short term right now. So there's a possibility that this 1 month move is probably going to happen again. Now, right here at this point where there's a takeoff is $12,000, $11,000, and 12 to 16 here is a $4,000 move. So my prediction, okay, here goes my prediction. I'm going to go back to the 1 year chart. Okay, my prediction, I'm looking at this line on the 1 year chart. 16,898 is the ultimate balance number right now. Okay, my prediction is that it's going to make a $4,000 move from 16,898, which is already made a $1,000 move because it's trading at 17,840 right now. So there's another $3,000 move, or maybe a little bit less, to 20,000. It's going to $20,000. Okay, any minute. Okay, does that make sense? So that's my prediction. Could I be wrong? Yes, I could be wrong. Okay, I may be wrong, but let's watch it. Keep coming back here every day and see if I'm right. Now, Ethereum, I was absolutely right a few days ago. And for those of you that are in the Money Room WhatsApp group, I made a prediction that it's going to make a move to $570. But I did say within the next 2 to 4 weeks. That's because I was underestimating. See, I was a little bit wrong there. I was underestimating the amount of emotions that's at play in the market right now. Okay. There's a lot of people coming in the market that don't even understand what this is. And that's okay, by the way. That's what you call a market. Okay. People buy things they don't understand all the time and then they figure out later. Okay. So there's nothing new or scamish about that. Okay. Eventually, people will get to know what Bitcoin is. It's a digital currency where you trade currency. Where's a platform behind it? Where's the cash? Well, it hasn't been cash anyway in a long time. We're all spending using credit cards, right? So, so let's go here. So I'm looking at my 1 year chart. So it already broke out from the chart. The chart that I had before had a 476 line. That line has moved from 476 to 517 now on the 1 year chart. Okay. On the 1 year chart, it has moved to 517. Okay. Now, clearly, it's not trading at 517. It's still out pretty much too far from 517. It's trading at 686 right now. So again, because of the short-term mindset of everything that's going on, I will play around with the chart. I will go into this 1 month move, and this 1 month move is just way too much turmoil. I can't really see a trend other than people are confused, right? So I'm going to go back to 1 year chart and I'll look at all this thing right here. Every time it takes a tank, right? Every time it goes, it takes a rally, it tanks. Okay, it tanks. Okay, every time it takes a rally, it tanks. Um, it took a quick rally right here. Okay, from like this was on the 13th. Okay, on the 13th, took a quick rally 13th of November. I took a quick rally by 26 to 471, which is where I started to pay attention. And but the problem with that is I remember that point in time. That was when Bitcoins took off from 6,000 to 16,000. So that was being influenced by the media and everything at that point in time, which is why it's still being sustained. But I noticed that it did not, like Ethereum was holding its own resistance at around 476. If you're looking at my movement right now, it was holding its own resistance around 476. And that was when I told people, like, listen, it's testing this 476. If it tests the 476 a third time, it's going up. So it has gone up right now to it's trading at 686 right now. So here's my prediction. Okay, my prediction is that it's going to make another move from this point at 476. It hasn't is not done with the move yet. Okay, I'm going to go with this 297 to 466. What's that? That's over 466 to 297. That's about $150 move. Okay, so it just started from like 476. I'm going to call that 450. I'm rounding up numbers, and I was going to say it's going to move from 150 for 450 and make $150 move to 600, but it's already done that. It's trading at 686 right now. Okay, so if I go back to the 1 month, I'm looking at this graph. It's trading at, and I'm looking at this 664 number. I'm going to go back to the 1 year. It's saying 517. My balance number is 517. That's where the market is saying you know, it's an inflated number, but it is, okay? That's it's overbought right now. It's 686, okay? So you can expect any moment from now that it will pull back to 517, not because of this number, okay? So it can pull back as low as 517 because of the strong media news. I don't think Ethereum is strong enough uh to sustain its own. Everything that's happening to it right now is really it's really just everything around it. Obviously it's a high market cap, so it has its own usefulness as a coin in this marketplace, but I don't think it's been strong enough by just me looking at all this crazy. It could have been news going up and crashing and going up and crashing. I'm expecting that to still happen here, but maybe not so much crash, because if you go back to June here, it crashed all the way from the high resistance here, and then it started to have low resistance, right? So if you have lower resistance and lower resistance, that's a downward trend, okay? If you have a higher resistance, that's an upward trend, okay? And from the last 6 months, it's been used to lower resistance, right? And then it to take off again, maybe because of a good news somewhere. So I'm going to categorize the Bitcoin and the popularity of cryptocurrency in general right now. I'm going to say this is going to rally. Okay. So I'm going to predict. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to predict this to be at $1,000 within the next 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. 683 right now. $1,000 within the next 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. Now, if you hear my, like, I'm going to go back to Bitcoin here. I'm predicting this is going to be at $20,000. I didn't give a time frame, 2 to 4 weeks. I will always give you 2 to 4 weeks, by the way. Okay. So now here's what you can expect. There's a tank that's going to come. Okay. There's a big tank, like a big, this is what a tank is. See, like it's just crash. That's going to happen anytime. There's no way for me to predict that because it comes from the bubble, okay? The only prediction I can give you is that it's going to happen. But when it happens, it's okay for you to be buying now because you're just going to get to buy cheaper, okay? Because this thing is not going anywhere. And ultimately, on a 5 to 10 year scale, this is extremely cheap, in my opinion, okay? Litecoin. Let's go back to Litecoin. So Litecoin, on this chart, I can't really I can't really see anything because this thing just went up. Literally in the 1 week, just went up by 250%, right? So I can't really predict much on it other than my prediction just came true, okay? Because it just broke out from $100. Um, but I can tell you that it's gonna pull back any minute, okay? It's gonna pull back. How far is this gonna pull back? Because again, because of the buzz in the news, because this is a fresh news. I'm gonna predict for all across board. There's still gonna be a buzz going on for the next 6 months to 1 year. Okay, that's what's gonna happen because of just the amount of news that's out there right now. It's just crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna predict that it's still gonna be going on like that for a while, and because of that, there may not be too much of a pullback from $367, which is where it's trading right now. Okay, it's probably not going to be that much of a pullback, but what I can tell you that if it pulls back, expect it to pull back as low as $300. Should you wait until it hit $300 before you buy? No, buy now. And then when it hits $300, you just buy it cheaper. It's average. That's why you call it dollar average. It averages out over time. In 5 years time, you're sitting on money. Okay, you need to be disciplined. This is a lot of discipline that I'm sharing with you here. Okay, so it's always the right time for you to buy when you have your emotions in check. Okay, and the best way to have it in check is to follow the 7 rules and keep it simple. Okay, so my prediction for Litecoin in 2 to 4 weeks is trading at 369. I think it's going to pull back to as low as $300 and then probably take off to $500. Okay, in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Much that I predicted there. It's just there's so much news, good news going on around this whole thing right now. So take advantage of it. Buy it, feel on the market, enjoy it, learn as much as you can about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and their blockchain in particular. I don't know everything about their blockchain yet. Okay, I know just a little bit, and I'm learning more as we go by. As I learn, I'll share with you. Okay, now as far as news, the last thing I want to share with you is news. I like to go through the news with you, right? Because it's good that you know what CNBC is saying about this stuff, okay? Because clearly, if they're talking about it, it's just that important, right? So let's see here. I used to be a Bitcoin bull. Here's why that changed. So this person is essentially saying they're changing their mind. It's not going to grow, okay? All right, so particularly Bitcoins. Okay, that does not mean the other coins. Okay, so that's what I'm going to share with you right now. If everybody's talking about Bitcoin, learn everything you can about cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. Bitcoin, people are changing their mind, and this news are kind of influential. Okay, so this person says, I used to be a Bitcoin bull as Bitcoin's price soared to 13 to more than $1,000 in 2010. Lots of people argued it was a sustainable bubble. I argued a bull means somebody who is betting that it's going to grow, that's going to increase in value, right? I argue the opposite. That's Bitcoin's price still had a lot of room to rise. I still think so right now, because this person is talking from a standpoint of person who was following it in 2013. And obviously I turned out to be right, as Bitcoin is now worth $17,000, 17 times the cryptocurrency's previous peak in late 2013. Now we're in the midst of another big Bitcoin bull market. Like everybody's buying Bitcoin. Again, be careful. Just spread. Remember, I already gave you a solution to that. Spread your money evenly from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Once they, on January 1st, they had Bitcoin Cash, had Bitcoin Cash into that equation, make it $25, 25, 25, 25. Keep it safe. You edge them against each other. Okay. I'm much more worried that the market is getting into unsustainable territories. It makes sense. If you look at this chart right here, you know, this chart looks very scary. That takeoff is very scary, especially that an average person does not even know what is useful for yet, right? So he may be right about that. Let's see. Meanwhile, there are growing signs that ordinary, unsophisticated investors, there you go, may be getting in over their heads. There you go. People that are pulling money out of their mortgage and doing that. You're not going to do that, right? Exactly. Anecdotal reports suggest that people with no real technical and financial expertise are getting interested. This is why I'm doing these videos, okay? So you can start to pay attention and know that there is a bubble, but you can still capitalize on it, okay? And some people are even borrowing money. Wrong. Never borrow money. Only dispensable money. If you don't have dispensable money, that means you need to get a job, okay? So please go get a job first. Have a skill set first, right? And bring some money to the table first. Real money, okay? When I say real money, something that can sustain you and your family, yeah, okay? Not millions of dollars, just something you can have $100 to the side, disposable, $50, things like that. Find something like that, okay? The market is starting to feel that the final month of the dot-com boom, oh, to start to feel like the final month of the dot-com boom, when people started getting tech stock tips from their taxi drivers. Yeah, baby. I mean, this conversation is going on in the Uber ride, so that's where it is right now. So that's something that you should pay attention to. Okay. Let's see what CNBC said last here. I think it's one day ago. Yeah, so they had a news about this one day ago. People are taking out mortgages to buy Bitcoin. Securities regulator said that. Okay, Bitcoins is in the mania phase. Be clear, okay? With some people even borrowing money to get in the action, regulator Joseph Budge said, "We've seen mortgages being taken out to buy Bitcoin. People do credit cards, equity lines. Don't do that, please." Bitcoin has been soaring all year, starting out at $1,000. All right, Bitcoin is in the okay. So he's saying this is not something a guy who's making $100,000 a year, who's got a mortgage and two kids in college. Sorry about that. All right, yeah. Sorry about that noise. All right, it's gone away now. All right, sorry about that. So you guys on Facebook probably didn't hear that. But anyway, cryptocurrency was trading at $16,000. Yeah, it's all new, okay? It's all new, but it's exciting. You should pay attention to it, and I think it's going to be around for a long, long time. So enjoy the ride. So that's what I have for you tonight. I enjoyed the time with you. It's been 1 hour. I planned on doing this only 30 minutes, but as you can see, I'm excited about it too. Just remember that we're ending this at my prediction is $20,000 in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. When you see it flat, see, all I said is going to be flat sometimes. And let's enjoy it. And there's a tank coming. When the tank comes, because you're only putting your disposable money in there. It doesn't affect you. You just get to buy cheaper. That's all. Okay. And you will still get to enjoy the ride. So think about the people that were in the dot-com boom when it busted, right? They stayed in there, and then Amazon is still here, and then Amazon is trading at $1,200 a share, right? Then and then you still have Apple trading at, I don't know, $400 a share, and those guys are now rich now, right? Facebook, right? Uh, all those things came up after the bust. So just understand that. Enjoy the ride. Maybe you say, hey, I want to wait until the bust. Well, there may not be a bust because again, people may be trusting that this is just the internet. Okay, people may be trusting. You just never know what the market is feeling. That's why you dollar average. That's why it doesn't matter to you because the right time, even in real estate, I teach the same thing too. It's always the right time to buy as long as you're buying right, as long as you're thinking about the way you buy, as long as you have a strategy behind your buying, then you should be fine. All right. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully you've been enlightened. Go to olatux.com/bitcoins, olatux.com/bitcoins. You see a blue banner on the right hand side. Click on it, get your free $10 worth of bitcoins, and then have them send me my own. I'll appreciate that. You don't have to do anything, just get yours, and then I'll get mine. Okay. So go to olatalks.com/bitcoins. That's where you see some resources. I will continue to add more resources to that page so you can learn everything you can learn about this brand new exciting thing. I will see you on the next one, and peace.